is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. We're going to talk about Reggie Jackson, a guy that I have said numerous of times that I was happy that he got traded from OKC and got his money in Detroit, and he did help them reach the playoffs. This is a guy that really was on a veteran team, really wanted to prove that he can do it, really wanted to prove that he can be a starter, and the injuries really caught up to him, and this year he only played 14 games and started 10 of them. But with the Clippers, he's going to have a different role. He's not going to be counted on to do much. And I'm actually just surprised that the Clippers picked him up, not because he couldn't play, but they roster is just so loaded. And the fact that you see all the ball handlers and all the players on this team, and it's like, how can Reggie Jackson even get minutes on this roster? But then you had to look at it as a sacrifice. If you really want to win a title, if you really want to win a championship, you might have to take a lesser role, and you might have to accept that you might not play at all. And Reggie Jackson had his time. He had his chance in Detroit, and it just didn't work out the way he probably envisioned and the way people that believed that he could do it. We didn't see him feeling like this. He had a lot of doubters, a lot of criticism going into that contract, and people didn't believe he was that good. People believed that was going to be a waste of money. People didn't believe that he was a starting caliber player. And this is a guy that had put up some decent numbers on this team of the Detroit Pistons. But when he was healthy, he just couldn't get it consistently going. You look at Blake Griffin, he couldn't stay healthy. Andre Drummond did whatever he could for what his skill set is, and they just continued to fall short of their goal. Reggie Jackson did play 79 games with the Detroit Pistons. He did have a season where he gave you 18 points and 6 assists, which is all-star caliber numbers. 35% from three. He gave you 86 from the free throw line. But after that, he just couldn't stay healthy outside of last year. And that was a big reason why the Detroit Pistons didn't win. They invested a lot of money in him and Andre Drummond. And remember, they did trade for Blake Griffin after they got both of those people locked up. And it really hindered this team because we knew that team wasn't going to win the championship. We knew that Detroit was playing just to make the playoffs, even if they was a 6th, 7th, or 8th seed. And that's the circumstance. And even though Reggie Jackson was a big reason why they didn't make the playoffs, in my personal opinion, if he would have been able to stay healthy, he would have been a big difference maker. It's just out of his control. All he can do is go out there and play basketball, give it all he got, and be there for his teammates. And if he gets injured, all he can do is rehab and try to come back where he was before or get back into it a couple weeks after. So when I look at Reggie Jackson's career, it has not been spectacular. I did think I might be crazy, but I thought he could be an all-star. But you do look at that 18 and 6. Those are all-star caliber numbers. There's some all-stars that didn't even put up those type of numbers, and they made it to the team. So, when I look at Reggie Jackson going to the Clippers, I really want to see how they're going to use him, if he's really going to play. Can he be a difference maker? How will he fit? Reggie Jackson never been the greatest off the ball or on ball shooter. A guy that really likes to have the ball in his hands. Kawhi Leonard is best with the ball in his hands. Same with Lou Williams. Same with Paul George. Even though they can play off the ball, Reggie Jackson has always been a decent ball handler and getting to the paint. He's good at getting to the free throw line when he drives. I think he is a creative player. To me, when I watched him play the last couple seasons in Detroit, he can knock down big shots. He did that even in OKC. And to me, Reggie Jackson can play. I just look at him as a guy that's just willing to put that all aside for him to have a chance to do something special. When he was in OKC, they was one of the best teams. He wanted to bet on himself and, see if he can do it. Detroit gave him the opportunity. They gave him the minutes. They gave him the money. And it just didn't work out the way he envisioned and wanted it to work out. But what I will say about Reggie, he's a winner. He is a guy that will do what you need him to do. He is a guy that can, up his game when his need be. And I really want to see what's going to happen with this Clipper roster in general. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George really never played that much with each other this season. And Paul George is out right now with a hamstring injury. And on top of that, Kawhi Leonard still not playing back-to-backs because of load management. And Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell, they're a great tandem. They're great together, and they still have them as a weapon that they can use. But you're in the Western Conference. And even though the record is good enough for what their circumstances are, they just don't look like that overwhelming team that you would think they would be when you look at the roster. On paper, it's different than play. But you still look at the record and say they not as bad as you think because they right up there for the number 2 seed. So the Clippers are just a team that is under 30 games to go. We really want to see what they are. Can we just get a glimpse of what they can be for a little stretch at least? But we're getting closer and closer to the playoffs. And adding Marcus Morris is good. Adding Reggie Jackson is good just because you have guys that can play and guys that can be somewhat of difference makers in those opportunities if an injury happened or even if a guy just can't go that game or even if, they struggle and need somebody to give them that injection, that push. And I think these guys that they have on this roster all have a chance to do that. I do think this Clipper team is a grinding team. A lot of their possessions be real ugly, real physical, and they get after you. And you have to guard these guys. These are guys that come at you. These are guys that is not scared to pull up on you. These are guys with a lot of confidence and swagger. And I think Reggie Jackson fits that. But when you look at this team, Doc Rivers, for him to have all the problems that he's been having with this team, it's just crazy that they're still like good. And I just can't believe it right now that this team is literally finding ways to win. And that's not good for the league. If this team can get healthy just for the playoffs, this team could be the champions. I still like them better than the Lakers. I like them better than the Bucks. And we haven't never seen them at their peak performance, at their peak powers because of injuries. So this is a team that we really don't know who they're going to be and what they're going to do until we actually see it. But usually you don't see that with a championship team. By the time they get to the playoffs, we know what they're about. We know what they're trying to do. We know what they're trying to accomplish. Now, we know they're looking for a championship, but this is just a circumstance that I really have never seen where you look at the roster, you look at the players that they have in the starting lineup, you look at their ability to be switchable, you look at their coaching staff, and they have everything they need, but they're so away from each other. They're not really on the same page. They're trying to figure stuff out on the fly. They're trying to put this person in, take this person out, get this person in, and take this person out. And they just going with the flow. I don't know what to really think about this Clipper team, but what I will say is they're fearless. They really find ways to win games. They really do. And that's one thing we have to give this team credit on. This team has found a way to be dominant even though they have had all these chaotic problems. But I give them their credit. Reggie Jackson is going to be a great pickup. I think this is a guy that can really be a difference maker when he is on the court and when he does have the opportunity. And he can play in big games and big moments, like I said before, because he has done it even in the playoffs as a starter. So I'm not really questioning the players. I'm just questioning their fit. I'm just questioning how they're going to play together when everybody has a role, everybody's healthy, and everybody has to hold each other accountable for what they do to get the job done, which is winning the title. When you look at this roster, that's what you expect. When you look at how they've been put together, you look at the fact that Paul George and Kawhi wanted to play together. You look at the fact that this is the standard that we have set for them just because they have been a team that we all thought would be the best. A lot of people seen Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. We never seen them play together. And we still thought they would be the best team in the NBA, which is crazy considering that they still haven't played that much together this season. So they going all in with their chips. They feel like they have the right guys. They feel like they can get it done, and that's how they should feel. But this is one of the biggest 25-game stretches that I really want to see. that how is this team going to be going in the playoffs? How will they be in that first round? And they're in the Western Conference going against a lot of teams that's just as loaded, just as stacked, and have their own duo and their own bench players. We're going to see how much this team really wants it, what they're going to do to get it, and what they really going to be made of. And this is going to be a test for them going into the playoffs, getting prepared to the playoffs, and seeing if they can even be healthy to make this run to a title. When you have this much help, this much of a roster, this type of coaching staff, we only expect championships. And I'm really going to see if they can get that done. I'm not saying they can, I'm not saying they will. I have to see it because they is in a situation I've never seen before. But I think Reggie Jackson is a great pickup. I think for him to be your 9th, 10th guy, that's a steal. And even though he's been beat up and toe up and hasn't played the best basketball because of his injuries and because of the circumstances he was in, I think this will make his job a lot easier. This will give him a legitimate chance to win the title. And now that he's seen that he can be a starter, now that he's seen what he can do, and now that that's over, hopefully he can just, come in here, be who he is, play his game, and see if he can win it all. That's all I can say. Let me know what you guys think about the Clippers in general. Let me know what you guys think about Reggie Jackson. Will he play? Will he won't play? Do you think that he's washed up? Do you think that he shouldn't even got this roster spot? Or do you think that they ain't even need him? Whatever you feel, I read every comment. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys say. I know this video is a lot late, but y'all going to eat it up anyway, same with the new people. But Reggie Jackson going to the Clippers make them a lot more deeper than they already was. But we hold this team to a championship level. That's what we got to see them get done at the end of this year. So at the end of the day, if you're new to the channel, I make videos just like this each and every day. On top of that, I do break down footage in games. Also, if you're new to the channel, I have my Facebook page in the comment section in the description below. Like on Facebook if you want to. You can buy merchandise on my Spreadshirt. Also, you can buy merchandise through me. On my Facebook page, I have pictures of t-shirts. Change the color, change the logo, and I can get it shipped out to you. And also, if you like this video and you check out my other videos, why not subscribe? Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis, I'm gone. And I do know Reggie Jackson. I'm rooting for him, and I want to see, can he go on top right now? And with a title, this sacrifice might be worth it. If not, he tried it, and hopefully he can continue to try to extend his career. He's only 29, and he does have the size. He does have the mentality to be a great player in the league. We'll just see how his career goes these next couple years now that he's out of Detroit and now that he's trying to resurrect his brand and his name in the league. But other than that, I have no problems with Reggie Jackson, and I'm happy to see him get picked up and have a chance to win the title. And that's all I got to say.